All right, YouTube, this Detroit's HPTV coming to you out of Detroit. I wasn't going to do another video about the situation with DJ Akademiks. But see, DJ Akademiks made a mistake. What he did was when he got to talking about his lawyers and how offended he was that other bloggers was blogging about this. If it would have been any other blogger, Akademiks would be the first one leading the charge. Now his cult-like fans is why y'all don't believe him? Because the story don't make sense. And I don't know him. Why should we believe his story? That he sent $200 to somebody to Uber to his house, then he went to sleep, and then all this happened, and he just so happened to think about running the tape. And and why does she have to convince anybody to give her a phone? And then all those leading questions. But I'm gonna tell you this. He better hope that all these statements he keep making on the internet match the statements he made to the police when they came and they talked to him. Because he says that he has the best lawyer in the world. That's what he said out of his mouth. I got the best lawyer in the world. If you had a lawyer that was the best lawyer in the world, they'd have told you never bring that story up and never talk about that story on the internet knowing you a blogger. You mad at bloggers for blogging on a story that you brought to the internet. Nobody asked you about it. Nobody even interviewed you about it. You made this a public thing by coming out with your story that didn't have nothing to do with your other story. And then all the way through, your story kept changing and not making sense. So how somebody gonna believe you when your story don't make no sense? You a grown man. Talking about you don't know what goes on in your house, but you got cameras and 50 weapons and all that. You tripping, blood. And then you come and you think that you can intimidate or censor other bloggers by saying you got lawyers or whatever. Nick, if you doubling down, we doubling down. But you better hope that those statements that you keep making on the internet are the same statements you made when they questioned you that first time. Because you look like you KEEFE D in yourself. KEEFE D, right? You keep getting on here talking.
Lies being purported on my name. My only answer is to work hard. I work harder than all these.
Before I start, this is under the 1976 Copyright Act. It's for fair usage, commentary, educational purpose, and entertainment.
And it's fine. They're still on vacation today. I'm going to be streaming today. Okay. Now, I think that kind of covers it. And I really apologize. I know some of y'all wanted me to hit the 200 goal. We're up in the goal this year. We're going to get it done. I'm sorry. I'm taking accountability. I need to adjust my mentality. There are certain weaknesses with me, forgiving people, allowing people to take advantage, allowing people to disrespect, come back, allowing people to put me in positions that is not. There's a lot of things that you can say, act, you need to get that right. You're right.
You see how he passive aggressive? 1 minute he outwork all the niggas. He got the best lawyer. He got all the money. Then the next, I'm just a nice guy. You can't believe nothing he say. And I'm gonna tell y'all again, all these statements he making on the internet, that I know how the story keep changing. He better hope that that stories and these stories he telling match the one he gave the police on that day. And as far as us using this as content act, we are only criticizing and analyzing what you said out your own mouth because it doesn't make sense. It sounds fishy, for real. And you're doing too much talking.
Okay. So that being said, um, we should go into this next thing. And by the way, this is our pre-stream stuff. We're gonna get into our stream. Listen, man, for the people who are chat niggas, for the people who support me, if you've been supporting me from 2020, 2020, 2012, 2013, 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, or even 23, I appreciate you. Let me tell you this. I haven't gotten to this point without having a bunch of people not like me. Sorry. Now, what I like to do, and because I know I'm only talking to the people who support me here, let me say these things. I'm going to say it very short. By the way, these blogs, who I know a lot of y'all, like, I really think I'm at the top of the media game, but I don't be in chorus with nobody else. So you'll see a lot of these motherfuckers, they're not going to say my side. That's kind of sad, but they won't say my side. They'll say everybody else's side, but my side. But I'm going to make it real succinct. And I'm making it real succinct for the people who support me. If you've supported me,
You see how he using that double-mindedness? He did a press conference. He brought all this to the table. Nobody went looking for this. Nobody has to sit up and say, we agree with Akademiks. Nobody has to believe that story, that you didn't know what was going on in your own house, that you just happened to rewind the camera. You asked her all those leading questions. And why shouldn't we believe her? Her character might be better than yours. We ain't seen no paperwork or no, you ain't showed nothing. All we doing is hearing your side of the story. And your side of the story does not make sense. We don't have to believe your side of the story. And it has nothing to do with liking you or disliking you. It has everything to do with what's logical and what makes sense for an adult grown man. That's what it is. And then by you being a blogger, you should respect the game, because you know how many people you done did this to when the story came out. It's your turn, act. And all that. You got the best lawyer in the world and you got all this money. You ain't got more than Bill Cosby. You ain't got more than R. Kelly had. You ain't got more than Diddy. You ain't got none as much as none of them ones that's done fell down before you with this same type of situation. But you keep getting on the internet running your mouth. Like that girl didn't say what she said to the world. Hold on. I'm going to turn the volume down. Remember her? You know what she's saying at? Remember her? Remember her? What you think she's saying? Is she lying? I noticed you ain't called her a lie. Didn't she say she know that when she woke up, you was on top of her? We gonna let you look at that. Since you think that you can threaten people, you think that you can shut down channels, you think you got more money than Bill Cosby, R. Kelly, and Mike Tyson, and all the other men who have fell victim to this type of situation. And you think you can come over here and you can make bloggers feel some type of way because you big act. We're gonna see how big you is, act. Keep looking at that. Keep looking at that, act. We're gonna see how big you is, act. Because you did the wrong thing by coming out being threatening after you broke a story on yourself. Just look at her though. She said she gonna tell her story. You say don't believe her. Why should we believe you? Why? Clearly you ain't got no good character, and you know what I mean? Come on, man. We ain't gotta believe you.
this is very important for me to let you know. Despite anything you've ever heard, despite anything you're hearing now,
these $60 Japanese smart patches are taking the world by storm. Just apply them.
I am they have a reason to not like me. I get it. Maybe I clowned them about them getting beat up twice, getting jumped, ran out motherfucking a BBQ spot. Your girl getting piped out, or your baby mama actually, while your baby's in the gut, getting fucked on camera, maybe on the fan bus. I don't know. Maybe I was gonna put up $10,000 bounty to fucking name your kid. I don't know. These are people who you're going to see the loudest in trying to spread lies against me. Why? Because they've never liked me, even when they pretended to. Because they got to do that because when they did come at me, their situation went down. So, as you know, Fabulous in French Montana once said, what many people in the past have said, when the hate don't work, they start telling lies. So you'll see that. But then you'll see the few blogs who'll be like, we think he hates women. But shit.
You see the game he running? Didn't nobody break this story but Ak. He broke the story. And because people commented on the story, now it's hating. Everybody hating on him. Man, everything you say is suspicious. It's suspect now. You broke that story. If you got a lawyer, your lawyer would have advised you not to get on the internet and talk about that. Because, like I said, everything that you've been saying on the internet, it better match what you told them that first time, a year ago, whenever it was. It better watch that, because ever since you got on the internet and she got on the internet, guess what? That case is open. Worrying about what a blogger talking about is the last thing you should be worried about.
Why do we keep having a cover? How do we get him out of here? You know, I've once said previously, but I'll say again, you can't cancel what you never supported. Sounds great. Oh, we canceled somebody. How did you do it? Did you support it in the first place? Will you stop watching? Will you stop talking about it? A lot of times, this is why cancel culture is in a real interesting place. Those people never participated in the success of said entity they claim they hate. So we're here. But nevertheless, there's certain people, but important to me is the people who are my audience, people who care about me, people who have been defending me for the last few days, who you're defending it because you're defending me maybe because you've heard what I've said, because I've explained all these situations, or maybe you're defending me because you're saying, I've been watching this guy for 10 fucking years. I know him. This guy isn't that. This guy, I get it. Y'all hate him. Okay, yeah, he gets drunk, he talks his shit. He's pretty disrespectful at times, but I know what he is and I know what he's not. Maybe that's why. This is the reason why I'll speak to y'all. Now, before I get further into it,
You see all the things he said about himself? He said he just said he gets disrespectful. He gets drunk. He gets belligerent. He talk. Come on, man. If you do all that, who is supposed to like you? Like you for what, Ak? Or dislike you for what? All of this because you broke a story. You ran to the internet and opened your mouth and talked about your business. Then you talked about a case that is closed, but you just opened it. You opened it. And she opened it. You opened it, and then she came out the woodworks. Think about that. You opened up a closed case by getting on there, running your mouth, and telling all these stories. You even named it Academic Story Time. That was the name of the video. Stories with, well, it was something about you telling stories.
I will also let everybody else know because there's a group of people who they continue or they'll never be satisfied because their only satisfaction is seeing me fall or seeing me in a position that they feel is a win. Your inquiries does not bother me. By the way, if you've seen anybody accused of anything or speaking about any type of topic, keep in mind all these topics I will admit I first brought to light. Nobody else did. It's not like somebody came out and exposed me. Well, really, I jumped the gun. I said, yo, hey, if anybody will talk about it, let me be the first. That's first of all. Second of all, The people who continue to have questions that will go beyond even what I say today, God be with you. I can't go back and forth with you because the only thing you will be accepting is if you hear, oh, okay, we couldn't get this, but we got him fucked up over here because now he has to pay some money or something. I'm not going to give y'all what y'all want. Let me state the facts about everything you've heard. And I'm going to state it again equivocally and succinctly. First and foremost, at this point, I don't care what you guys say about me and Cheyenne. That's the water under the bridge, if you ask me. Y'all won't say anything about me and her that you won't say about Krishan and Blueface. Okay, cool. Okay. But the important things are these other narratives being trying to, like these blogs and everybody else is trying to start. This, and I'm gonna start it here. If any blog, any outlet of good faith who reported anything to the contrary, I know you're gonna see this. You would also post this, but you won't. I get it. That's why this is for my supporters.
I'm doing exactly what he said. He just told us this video right here to post it. Because he keeps coming out about the same story, but what he's not paying attention to is that every time he comes out, he says something different or something's added, or like with the girl's phone. Why does she have to convince somebody to give her phone back? And why did they take her phone? That's what I want to know. He said that his friend said she convinced us to give her phone back. That means y'all took her phone? Is that what you're saying? Is that what happened? Because I know Akademiks done said several times that she had to convince them to give her phone. Then, if she was saying she blacked out and she was passed, I mean, come on now. You want somebody to believe you? Why shouldn't we believe her? She black too. They was all in my comments. It be another brother taking another brother down. And I'd be like, ain't she black too? What makes her a liar and him a truth teller? I don't know either one of them. But I know his story sounds fishy as hell.
Number one, there's a video going around, seems to be viral, of a woman screaming in the background. I've showed you guys this on social media before. I could just type academic screaming and we could probably get something. Here we go. Right here.
My father used to tell me any man do this much explaining is lying. That's what my father used to tell me. Any man that do this much explaining is lying. Because the truth don't need no support. You can stand on the truth. It don't make a difference what no blogger or nobody else say if you standing on the truth. You don't come out every day explaining and whining about people with a story. Because if you stop coming out and trying to intimidate and threaten and spin a narrative, the story would go away. You gave it wings and you're giving it wings. You bought her out. Y'all still ain't told me why we shouldn't believe her.
Okay. Now, for the female pages who have posted this and tried to make it something it's not, also for this page, well, actually, they were also incorrect. This incident had nothing to do with violence. This incident had nothing to do with the R word or SA. This is my stream came back on because my internet was out, and there's someone who's in my house who's not the person. We're gonna show this other person. Actually, I'm not even gonna show him, but I'm gonna explain. This is my ex who's upset. She's upset that she's being talked about in very disparaging way online. That's it. That's it. Yet this was 2 days ago, and this is the I've realized about when someone hates you, they will purport or ignore facts to make up their lie. This was from about 3 days ago, right? 3 days ago, maybe, but within the last week. This is nothing. If you ask, like, even though, if you ask even Cheyenne herself, she would tell you, oh, this is nothing. However, people keep confusing it and thinking it's a woman being abused. I also don't want to make her look bad, so I don't even want to tell you why or what's going on up there. Like, it was upstairs. I don't even want to get into those details. The more details I share, it seems that people who don't want to believe or want to admit that the narrative you're creating is wrong, they're going to make up something else. Okay? Again, if you follow the train of events that happened that night, you would realize this got nothing to do with another incident that happened over a year and a half before this. Okay. All right. What the fuck is this? Okay. The next
If the incident happened a year and a half ago, what made you do a whole interview about it and open it up, bring her out? Because we know what she said. We know what she said. So if she lying, she need to be held accountable for her lies. If she if this girl right here is lying to the world, accusing you of that, then she needs to be dealt with too through the legal process and the judicial system. If that's what she's doing, academics. But clearly, somebody is lying. And seeing how you keep coming out and trying to control the narrative and intimidate because you're the super blogger. Every time you come out, you're gonna see her face. Her mama gonna see her face, her family gonna see her face. If she got anybody that love her, they gonna want justice. If she's telling the truth. But if she's lying, she should get justice through the judicial system for accusing you of such a heinous thing, my brother.
over a year and a half before this. Okay. All right. What the fuck is this? Okay. The next thing I want to address. This is very important. I wish all the blogs that would be following me would take this portion of it and post this, but they won't. They won't because they're not interested in the truth. This
I
is
am
the
posting
first
it.
moment. You get the suckers of this world. You know how many careers? Let me tell you this. I built a cemetery of careers. I've taken.
No, this lame man calling people suckers. Didn't he say he got T-rolled by a chick for 500,000 and let her back in? And she tearing up his house. Didn't he say his two friends bum rushed the girl while he was asleep, and he calling somebody else a sucker? He ain't even mad. Ain't that suspicious? He mad at the girl, but ain't mad at his boys. That's suspicious because a chick I've been dealing with 2 years, I send a Uber to go get, and I fall asleep, and y'all toss her up, and I'm mad at her, and not y'all. Man, that's suspicious as hell. Knock it off.
Taking niggas' livelihoods away. They've all thought they could beef with me because I'm a blogger. I had niggas go into foreclosure. I did that. I'm sorry to say. You know who you are. I don't.
You hear him? He's proud of having people go into foreclosure. You hear that, baby girl? He proud. He bragging that he had people going to foreclosure, baby girl. Let's see what else he done to people. He done done some stuff. Let's see what else he's done.
don't have to address you as a rapper. But your label didn't believe in you after you went at me and the industry kind of changed on you and you haven't been the same. We won't really name all the way names. But a lot of y'all know who y'all are. So y'all sit back and y'all been mad for a while, huffing and puffing. How could we get this guy? But I call what y'all doing pussy because most of y'all consider yourself gangster. And if y'all say y'all got y'all career hindered, belittled, taken from you, stripped apart by a nerd, I wouldn't think your best result is to hop on lies. I think you'd go do something else. But most of y'all know who y'all say y'all are. We'll get back to that. There's a situation that I spoke about previously that now people want to now act like this is, first of all, the video I played before is relevant to it. That's false. The video that I played before is of my ex-girlfriend. I call her my ex, but me and her was on and off for like 2 years. There's another woman who I haven't seen in 2 years, damn near, right? Or a year and a half, whatever. Here's the thing, and here's the important thing that you guys know. If you hear, and I won't be telling the story again, but if you heard me tell the story before, what some of you who are either educated or smart might say, damn, that kind of sounds like that Kai Cenat situation. Granted, you're right. It does. Sounds a little bit like it.
No, we saying it sound like some Diddy shit. We saying it sound like what goes on at Diddy's house. The house of Diddy. That's what it sounds like to us. The house of Diddy.
Here's the difference. And here's what everybody's missing. They won't print this part or record this part either. The difference between this situation and the Kai Cenat situation, the Kai Cenat situation went online and started being a war for words, and then people are saying, why don't y'all go to the cops? This situation that I mentioned went to the cops over a year and a half ago. It went to the cops. Me and my lawyer were openly cooperative because we are, by the way, some serious allegations. I don't care who's involved. I don't want weird shit happening around me. We helped the police. Whatever you need. You want a phone? You want passcodes? Let's decrypt our DVR. You should see all the footage.
I'm going to tell you, my father told me, any man that explained this much ain't telling the truth. Because why he keep repeating the same thing? Who is he trying to convince? Who is he trying to convince? None of us was there. He was there. She was there. So what makes us believe him more than believe her? She ain't asked him for nothing. Didn't he send her home? He brought it up. He brought her out the woodworks.
Nothing they did not see. You know what the result of that investigation was? By the way, here's another thing that I keep saying is different from the Kai Cenat thing. That was officially ruled by the DA and the police that there is nothing there. So I see a lot of people go, you're going to be in jail. There ain't no charges. There won't be no charges. And I'm speaking as a nigga who,
He's speaking like KEEFE D with the Tupac situation. He thought he was straight and came back out here and opened up a can of worms because you cannot get around the allegation that she made. If anybody's seen this video, I took the sound. Y'all know what she said out her mouth. She said the R word. She said the R word. So it's a whole lot different than last year. Last year, you didn't come out. I bet you didn't tell the police all the statements that you've been saying on the internet. You didn't tell the police that somebody took her phone, did you? I'm willing to bet that you did not tell the police that somebody took her phone and she had to convince somebody to give her phone back. Because that would have been, who took her phone? Who took her phone and why? Do the police know that? Did you tell them that somebody took her phone? So this case is open now. Because why would somebody take her phone? Why would she have to convince anyone to give her phone back? Because that's what you said when you read the text. You said your boy said she convinced us to give her phone back. Right? I bet you didn't tell the cops that. So that's new evidence, ain't it? Big mouth. You just added something to the case that wasn't initially there. Because I'm quite sure you never told the cops that somebody took her phone at your house. Now, you mad about the internet, everything that we're saying, and we're repeating what you said. We're repeating what you said, and we're saying that shit don't sound right. You mad about that? Your ego so big that you actually think that you can stop people from blogging and thinking? Tell me why she had to convince somebody to give her phone back. That's the question I'm asking. And I'm going to ask it every day on the internet until you can decide or you address why she had to convince anyone to give her phone back. Let's start there.
Documentation and say, hey, we looked at everything, everybody's clear. Not only for me, for everybody involved. I know some of y'all like, yo, hey, whatever. I'm only here to speak about me. By the way, still, I'm telling y'all, nobody was charged. Nobody wants to. Somebody says, oh, I'm sorry you said that. I thought she was arrested. I was never arrested. It's documented. Akademiks was never arrested.
Didn't he tell us they kicked his $25,000 doors down, cuffed him and his mama? When they kick your door in and throw you and your mama in cuffs, and then you end up downtown interrogated, and they take your computers and they taking stuff out your house, man, is you crazy? You might as well be arrested. They done kicked your front door in. Didn't you say these doors cost $25,000? Didn't you say they took all your phones and all your computers? Put your mama in cuffs? But you came right back out here like KEEFE D. You doing what KEEFE D did with the Tupac situation. Something that you should have shut up on. You brought to the internet. And you keep bringing up to the internet. I bet you don't even know how much your story changes every time you come on here. You can't even pay attention to it. And your followers, they not smart enough to get in your comments and say, look, man, stop talking. You telling too much. You done said on here that your friend said that she convinced him to give her phone back. Who took her phone and why? I got questions.
There was a search warrant done on my house for the surveillance tape. That's it. They investigated the crime that allegedly happened here. They came to the agreement. This is the police. And by the way, I want to also specify the district attorney, the detectives. I am one of the most famous people that live in my municipality. If, by the way, they went to extreme methods, because they knew maybe at one point this might go public and they don't want to look crazy. Trust me, they don't want to look crazy. If there was a hint of something being done wrong, they would have filed charges. They would have went forward. Trust me, they went through extreme measures. They went so extreme, they started looking at other crimes. Hey, does he sell drugs?
He said he helped the police and he was so honest with the police. Remember, he keeps saying that? Did he tell the police that somebody, one of his friends, took her phone and she had to convince them to give her phone back? Did he tell the police that somebody took her phone from her? because he said that one of his alleged friends allegedly told him she convinced us to give us her phone, to give her her phone back so she can call another girl. Why did you have her phone? Who had her phone? She's a grown person. Why would she have to convince anybody to give her a phone? Did you tell that to the police? Because that's what you told the internet, KEEFE D. So I don't know what you thinking. And if you got a lawyer, I know you better call him and you need to get off the internet because you said that. It's documented. You said that. It's all in the chats. Who had her phone? Who had her phone? Why they take her phone? So the case was closed. It might have been closed. I guarantee you opened it up because you bought her back out. You bought her out the woodworks, didn't you? And you done said a lot. Keep going, Ak.
They went extreme. And this is why, and by the way, I know y'all want me to keep going over details. Here's the thing. Any individual that has to do with this case knows that this is the fact as well. There ain't no charges. No charges could ever come. The police and the DA have officially closed this case not long ago. They have the video. They've seen what happened. They basically said, Ak, you're good. They didn't even charge nobody else. But this is why social media is so disruptive.
He said just then they didn't charge nobody else. They didn't charge nobody else. And he talking about social media. Ain't he the king of social media? And I just heard him say, and they didn't charge nobody else. They didn't charge nobody else. Listen how he talk. Man, if he got a lawyer, I know his lawyer doing damage control. And I guarantee you, he didn't tell the police that one of his friends say she convinced us to give her phone back.
Check this out. Last week, I was gay. Me and 6ix9ine is fucking. Right? Last week, I'm gay. Week before that, I'm a closeted homosexual because I'm crying over Saucy Santana. The week before that, who the hell would ever fuck Akademiks? He's ugly as shit, fat as shit, look like a turtle, look like this, blah, blah. This week, okay, he did have a girlfriend. But he was doing, but his girlfriend got smashed by his homies. That didn't happen. Oh, what, another girl. Do you see what's happening here? The narratives can't stick for them.
Do you see what's happening here? Do you see what you're saying? Somebody get him off the internet, man. Cause he finna open the case back up. Between him and her on the internet, they finna open this case back up.
I'm taking about 3 days ago, right? 3 days ago, maybe. But she's upset that she's. Here's the thing, and here's the important thing that you guys know. If you hear, and I won't be telling the story again, but if you heard me tell the story before, what some of you who are either educated or smart might say, damn, that kind of sounds like that Kai Cenat situation. Gray, that was officially ruled by the DA and the police that there is nothing there. So I see a lot of people go, you're going to be in jail. There ain't no charges. There won't be no charges. And I'm speaking as a nigga who, like, there's.
Don't he sound like KEEFE D? Don't he sound like KEEFE D? Saying it ain't gonna be no charges. But he just opened it back up and gave evidence that they didn't have before. About somebody allegedly having taken her phone from her. Is it? Put a 1 in the chat if you think it's suspicious that somebody would have to convince somebody else to give them their phone back. Tell me what you think about that in the chat.
documentation to say, hey, we looked at everything, everybody's clear. Not only for me, for everybody involved. I know some of y'all like, yo, hey, whatever. I'm only here to speak about me. By the way, still, I'm telling y'all, nobody was charged. Nobody wants to. Somebody says, oh, I'm glad you said that. I thought you was arrested. I was never arrested. It's documented. Akademiks was never arrested. There was a search warrant done on my house for the surveillance tape. That's it. They investigated the crime that allegedly happened here. They came to the agreement. This is the police. And by the way, I want to also specify the district attorney, the detectives. I am one of the most famous people that live in my municipality. By the way, they went to extreme methods, because they knew maybe at one point this might go public and they don't want to look crazy. Trust me, they don't want to look crazy. If there was a hint of something being done wrong, they would have filed charges. They would have went forward. Trust me, they went through extreme measures. They went so extreme, they started looking at other crimes. Hey, does he sell drugs? They went extreme. And this is why, and by the way, I know y'all want me to keep going over details. Here's the thing. Any individual that has to do with this case knows that this is the fact as well. There ain't no charges. No charges could ever come. The police and the DA have officially closed this case not long ago. They have the video. They seen what happened. They basically said, Ack, you're good. They didn't even charge nobody else. But this is why social media is so disruptive. Check this out. Last week, I was gay. Me and 6ix9ine is fucking. Right? Last week, I'm gay. Week before that, I'm a closeted homosexual because I'm crying over Saucy Santana. The week before that, who the hell would ever fuck Akademiks? He's ugly as shit, fat as shit, look like a turtle, look like this, blah, blah. This week, okay, he did have a girlfriend. But he was doing, but his girlfriend got smashed by his homies. That didn't happen. Oh, what, another girl. Do you see what's happening here?
Do you?
The narratives can't stick for them. I wouldn't be able to speak about this situation if I wasn't, again, everything I'm telling you is facts. Everything's on video. The police cleared everything. There's nothing more to be talking about. And this is why, after this conversation that I'm having with y'all, which I know the blogs won't really, they're not going to care about. I'll say it again. Once we heard that there was something that they felt may have happened inappropriate at my place of residence, we went into the police station, me and my lawyer. We went there, we brought my phone, we gave the passwords for everything. Here's how you get in the DVR. Here's how you could see everything, because when you are innocent and you have nothing to hide and you want the police to see exactly what happened, you are going to help them. Like we helped them to do their job. They did their job. Nothing was found to be inappropriate that charges could be brought. And I'm not only speaking for myself, I'm speaking for anybody in the mix. Nobody wants to talk about that. I see someone here saying some dumb shit. Alpha Cabine, you're an idiot. Y'all want to see the tape? Then I'll shut the fuck up. Brother, do you think, if, like, come on, you know how Ack is. You think if I could have, I would have put out bro, if I could, I would do this, right? You know, I would just, it's Ack, nigga. You know, I would definitely just put the whole tape out. What does that tape contain?
So he mean to tell me that a girl that was his friend and was his shorty for 2 years, if he could, he would put a tape out shaming her? You say if he could, he would. He would. He just said he would put a tape out on her.
People having sex. Like I don't want to violate. By the way, even though the woman, I don't want to violate her privacy. I don't want to violate other people's privacy. That's not a tape that could come out. I'm sorry. Like I seen the Kai Cenat situation, the nigga put out a no, it's not gonna happen. I'm again, that shit is on the DVR. I will not be putting out a videotape. If you don't trust the police, well, you need to go do some. You need to go to Jesus. Because if you're saying you need to see the videotape, that means you're saying that the police seen the videotape, but the police don't got eyes. Like you got eyes, they don't got eyes. They seen the videotape. They got everything. By the way, I never dropped this person's name. I wasn't trying to make this person look any type of way. I did not call this person any ad hominem names. I did not be like, oh, blah, 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 blah. I described what allegedly happened, and I kept it going. The reason why I will stop even engaging in the back and forth is because when you have an individual who now is saying that she has to tell her side, and the police heard her side. The police heard her side, the DA heard her side, and they all said, based on what you said, and based on what we saw, based on the messages we got, based on all the situations, there is nothing here. What more you want me to say? At this point, again, the smart ones will get it. If me and her engage in a back and forth, I'm telling you, this is a fact. No criminal charges ever came from this. No arrest ever came from this. And no one, at least from what I know, definitely me, will not be ever charged for this. If we're still talking about it, why do you think that person wants to talk?
Because you brought it up. You brought it up, and you said in a way that was provocative. You said you had her on video with something in her mouth and something in her back pocket. You know what I mean? For real, I don't even. I mean, you done got far on the internet, but you slow as molasses, bro. And your subscribers that be in people comment defending you, they slow. You need to shut up, and you need to tell them to shut up. Because the more y'all talk and get in somebody comments trying to shut them up and censor them, like you, the government, the more you're gonna see this, and the more her. If she got any family, I'm sure they outraged. She got any friends, they're sure they outraged. Because if you think you bigger than Bill Cosby, you're wrong. If you think you got more money or you were bigger than R. Kelly, you're wrong. If you think you're bigger than Mike Tyson, you're wrong. If you think you're bigger than Tupac, you're wrong. If you think you're bigger than any of the men before you that had way more money than you, then you're wrong. And if you think that you can come on here and say about the lawyers you got, I don't believe you got no lawyer, because no lawyer will sit back and let you come on the internet every day and tell this story. And then come out dissing people and talking about how you want to come at somebody's channel. Come on. Come on, Act. Do you?
So I'm gonna leave it there. Okay. Kareem Henderson, you're sounding like an idiot. You said, "Why don't I sue a woman who's proclaiming to be a victim?" Are you an idiot? Like that's not how that works. You do know, like, where's the last time you've heard, oh, somebody is suing a woman who believes that blah 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 happened? Come on, stop being an idiot, bro. Like you sound an idiot. Like you're sounding stupid. Okay. Regardless, oh,
You sound like an idiot. She came out on the internet in this video and said you directly R-worded her. If nothing happened and you can prove that nothing happened, then you can sue her. But you don't want no smoke. You're the idiot.
all I'm trying to say to all the blogs, and I just want to reiterate one more time. I have no problem with y'all reporting whatever y'all reporting. I know some of y'all have certain type of, you know, maybe y'all don't fuck with me. listen, like for example, but come with some truth, not just put anything together, brother. Okay? If y'all gonna report, I don't care if y'all keep this story going on. Just report, if y'all report the other side, now admit, oh, when y'all kept putting that video up of a girl screaming, that has nothing to do with the other slide y'all keep putting along with it, which is a girl accusing some shit. Put that slide with what I'm saying now. Again, hey, this went to the police before social media, which I am happy for. The police, once they notified us that they were trying to investigate to see if anything incorrectly or criminal happened, we were happy. We were happy to cooperate with them. We gave them everything they need. Passwords, decrypting shit. Went through with them line by line. This is, hey, gave them every single thing. Now, I know some of y'all who are haters. They're going to be like, yo, it's the police department and the... Bro, like, again, because I'm popular, and then that's another thing I don't want to let my audience know. Chat, because my name ring bells, bro, they put this to the highest level of scrutiny. Bro, you know if there's a clip of, oh, we got this nigga, bro, they're going to make TMZ. Bro, every DA department, every police station, every detective, if they get the, oh, we got the popular nigga in town, it's lit. Like, you getting gold medals and all that. Bro, they did all that. They looked at everything, combed through it. We know one of the major things they wanted to see, and we opened the phone. We showed them. Did you message any of your homies trying to set some shit up? No. It's in the messages. Like, I never knew about nothing about something happened till the next day. I never knew. I know y'all want to create some other shit. It just didn't happen. I'm sorry. But also, I'm not trying to keep this thing going because I'm not also...
Again, I'm asked the question, since you told them everything, did you tell them that one of your homies took the phone from her and she had to convince them to give them her phone back? I bet you didn't tell them that. Did you tell them that, Act? Somebody please act. Did he tell the police she had to convince them to give her her phone back, please? I just want to know.
You know, I also have to realize how these situations are when someone does feel they're a victim. Let me not just sit here and bash, like, or let me not sit here and just make people feel, hey, I apologize for how anyone is dealing with this. I just have to speak about myself.
Did you hear that? He apologized. What do you apologize for? If my woman sleep with two of my best friends, I'd be damned if I apologize to anybody. If that's what happened, what am I apologize to her for? Because I fell asleep? Listen, Academic is blaming people for covering this story, but he keeps coming out and acting like somebody is hating on him or bashing him because we reporting on the story like he would if it wasn't him. If it wasn't him, he'd be 10 toes down on this story. Because guess what? Every time he come on the internet, he says something a little bit different or adds something. Because tonight, on this one, he apologized. Signing out Detroit. Keep y'all head on swivel. Like, share, and subscribe.